But then David messaged me yesterday and said, well, have you connected it to your Google Drive? And I'm like, I can do what? And he's like, yeah, connect it to your Google Drive and you can bring in your own presentations and your own content that you have in your Google Drive. So that's the last thing I'm going to show you here before we switch and give David the wheel here, and he's going to take you on a deeper dive. But it was really easy to do that. I went up into my profile area and I went to connect it to my Google Drive or to connect Google Drive integration. This says disabled because I've already connected it. So I'm not going to do that right now. But once you do, you get access then, give access to Lumio to your Google Drive. You might have to click a couple of permissions. And then you can go and you can import files directly from your Google Drive. So I went through here and, I found one that I wanted to connect that I thought would be fun to look at. And it's about AI prompting strategies. And if I went in there and searched my drive, here's the one I want. I go click select and it begins the import for me. I did find, because I had several slides there, it took a long time for it to import. And you can also choose to import it the way it is, or you can choose to import it with the ability to edit every single slide. And that's more the beta version, but I found that one worked pretty well. And that was the one that I had right here. So I'm skipping over that whole, you went in and you went through the upload process. But again, I go in and I start it, and I have the ability then to go through with slides that I already have and begin to present that out to students. And if I wanted to be able to edit this too, I could also go into the edit the lesson. And if I didn't want a particular text box, or if I didn't want a particular image, I can remove those and delete those as well. So David, how did I do after only literally 1 day's worth of trying to figure this out?
I'll just add too with the Google thing that you had mentioned. If you want to throw my screen up there, you can.
Okay.
Once you do connect it, like as Jeremy did, what'll happen is it'll kind of like Google Classroom style, where once you do it, it'll create a Lumio folder within your Google Drive, which is nice too. So I just have mine pulled up here so you can kind of see, from your drive, there'll be a Lumio folder. And then if you do have the Lumio extension downloaded, it's kind of a nice little feature too, where if you go to create something and you go to new, you can see there'll be your like a Lumio extension in Drive, and it'll bring you directly over to Lumio, and then you can start to create from there. So it's kind of a nice little
to the page.
Yeah. So almost like it's just more of a quality of life type of thing. But I think just maybe what's more valuable is having this in here, and then, let's say I want to work on my ancient Rome one, I can click on that directly from my drive, and it'll open up Lumio and go straight to the project itself. And then from here, you could get into like your editing it if you want to. So yep. So some pretty cool stuff there.
See, I'm still learning,
Yep. Yeah. And that's like I said, it's kind of like a quality of life thing, ease of access, when you make those. But I would say the more important thing is what you were showing too, with just when you do or just the fact that when you do connect and enable the integration, importing the resource directly, from your Google Drive.